Hi, my name is Seth.
And I'm Youjin.
She's a German costume designer. I'm an American opera singer. We live in Berlin.
And we're having a baby during a pandemic.
Stick around for Seth Learn Dad. So here we are, starting this thing, this weird little adventure. Sorry, am I too tough? We are leaving our apartment and walking to the OBGYN today. What's happening today?
So we're going to our third ultrasound appointment today, which means they'll measure all sorts of different things, head circumference and his limbs and hopefully a new picture of the boy.
Absolutely. So this is, you said, the third one. The first one I couldn't be there because I was at a concert in Tennessee. But then the second one we got to be there, and it's amazing, coolest thing. But ever since the pandemic took over in Germany and everything's been closed down, I haven't been able to go to any OBGYN appointments at all, which has been kind of weird. What is the experience been like in the doctor's office since the coronavirus thing?
So it's not too crazy. I mean, they started putting up these plastic shields at the reception. You have to keep your distance, and I feel like they are taking fewer patients at a time.
Okay.
So the waiting room is pretty empty. It's kind of sad that you can't come with me.
Yeah.
Because I got so used to having you there always. Because it just gets boring sometimes in the waiting room. Yes. But that's the main difference.
Yeah. I mean, we've been pretty lucky before, up until then, at least. I think because of the type of work that I do, and rehearsals, of course, are not. It's not a 9-to-5 kind of job. So I've been able to be at a lot of appointments, more so than if I had a real job. But it's very strange for me because, like you said, I got used to being able to have the flexibility of joining you,
right.
And then all of a sudden to be told, no, you have to sit at home and wait for a response. How do you feel about today?
I feel good. I'm feeling positive, and I feel that the baby is healthy. He's moving a lot. I haven't had any complications or problems. So I think today is just going to be a routine visit, and
Good. And I will sit outside on the street and wait and let my mind go and worry. So I found a little park near the doctor's office. I'm just sitting here waiting. I just want to talk a bit about, it's a bit weird, this experience, as it is for everybody, of course. We've been talking a lot about like anticipation and worry and uncertainty in this time. It's like everybody's dealing with that. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows when things will go back to normal. Nobody knows. Some people are starting to be able to go back to work, but for us, for singers, it's like, who knows how long this is going to take. We were the first ones out, and I feel like we might be the last ones back, but there's nothing we can do about it. And that's something that translates pretty well to becoming a parent, I think, And Youjin and I have talked a lot about the different ways in which we worry. And she says the things that scare her are the things like, will the baby be healthy? Will the baby, whatever, have any problems that we can't predict? And it's interesting because that stuff doesn't really worry me because I can't do anything about it. And what scares me is that I'm gonna screw it up somehow. I'm gonna make mistakes, of course, as everyone does. But I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to do the job right. And so it's good that we're together because we kind of balance each other out. She worries about the other kinds of things and I worry about that. But the good news is the things that I worry about hopefully are things I can learn. Yeah, so that's it. But you throw on top of the general normal anxiety of becoming a parent, you throw on top this uncertainty about what's happening with our world and what's happening with our business, the opera business, and it's strange. It's a weird time to have to sit and like here, literally just sit, and there's nothing I can do. You know, what's my part in this process at this point? Can I help in any way other than just being supportive? And of course, right now the answer is no. So that's what I have to just keep doing. So she made it out. How was it?
Everything's normal, everything's fine. He's currently 41 centimeters long and 1500 grams.
1,500 grams, yeah?
Yeah. Something happened though while I was in there. I had to wait because while she was checking me, there was an emergency patient coming in, and so I had to go back. I had to wait a couple more minutes. The poor girl was sitting across from me in the waiting room because they had to disinfect after me. But then it turned out she was fine. She came out like 5 minutes later, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was a scare. She was crying. And,
Oh boy.
but yeah, everything's
Well, good. We're glad
everything's
she's okay.
Yeah,
Glad you're okay.
I'm okay. Hi. Hilfst du mit? Hm? Das waren alles deine Sachen früher, hm?
Ja, die hast du alle getragen. Zum
Oh,
Größten.
so viel. Wahnsinn.
Na, jetzt können wir die alle weitergeben. Das war der Plan.
Boah, das ist so viel.
Das ist doch so schön, oder? Dass man die denn nicht kaufen muss, sondern man weiß, das hatte schon jemand anderes an.
Mhm.
Danke. Das machen wir auch alles. Wie ist mit so einer Farbe?
Auch in Ordnung, ja.
Na, ihm steht wahrscheinlich sowieso alles mit seinen
Mit den dunklen Haaren meinst du?
Haaren
Ja.
und, dem Asia-Mischlingsgesicht. Siehst du jetzt?
Lual, bist du überfordert? Ich auch.
So as you can imagine, as many of you already know, when you have kids, there's a lot of stuff to buy, which is a bit overwhelming. But what I'm learning now is that when you have friends who already have kids, then there are a lot of hand-me-downs to be given. So we've gotten a lot of stuff from several of our friends, and today we're planning on going through everything. Yeah. These little guys.
Oh, that's cute.
So, what I'm concerned about is figuring out how to fold such tiny clothes.
Also, we should maybe start, sorting them by size.
Okay.
And you can see them, and they have little tags.
62, 68.
Mhm.
This is 50, 56.
That's smaller.
That's big. Is this like newborn size? 50,
I think
56?
so, yeah.
God.
I think that's the smallest size.
I can like put my. Hello. No, what? How does this work? Oh my god. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
If I can figure this out, then I'm screwed. Yeah, that's not right.
I think there's an inside and it's a
I know.
little cute.
I got that much.
This is where it snaps.
Do you think that goes like that?
Yeah, and then on top.
Oh, that's for the, that's the crotch,
That's
those are the
what-
crotch buttons.
Yeah.
So, oh, look at these little overalls.
Cute.
I'm so glad that our friends seem to be like us in the sense that most of these clothes are fairly unisex, because most of these clothes came from a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no problem putting our son, sorry, I'm not supposed to say his name on the video for my mom's sake. I have no problem putting our son in these clothes, even though there's a little bit, but you know,
No,
it's gonna be stylish.
Yeah. I've got a little pink body right here.
Well, you know, I come from the land of pastel pink shirts and seersucker jackets and polka dot bow ties, so I have no problem putting him in pastel pink onesie. I want this for myself.
This could be newborn.
Oh, this is like a starfish thing. This is like Maggie Simpson.
Yeah.
I think this is like the perfect garment for like being a flasher. Just oh, this is embarrassing. Why did I decide to film myself trying to fold things? This is a strange thing to fold though. All right. Let's see. A velociraptor riding on a brontosaurus riding on a triceratops. The greatest story ever told. So I'm in a practice room, sitting at a piano, learning music, because that's what I have to do right now. Because I got to work in August, and I'm just having trouble. It's hard to get motivated. It's hard to practice music that you don't know if you're going to perform. You know, I'm definitely not the only one who feels this way. Everybody's going through this right now, but you know, I love what I do, and I'm fulfilled practicing, and I'm fulfilled singing. But it's a collaborative art form. And it's theater, so it's hard to get excited about not knowing if we're going to work. But on top of that, I'm having just also some bureaucratic issues. I had a passport that it was expiring in May, and I was going to renew it when I was in the States in April. But of course, when that contract was canceled, the trip was canceled, and I scrambled to try and get an appointment to renew my passport in Berlin, but the consulate is closed. So I didn't know what to do. I emailed all kinds of people, got no detailed responses, just automated responses about what I should do. So I sent my passport to them anyway, because I thought, well, the moment the office opens, it's better for it to be there. So it expired. I've been walking around with a photocopy of an expired passport and a photocopy of my visa. And then I get an email from the house in Austria where I'm supposed to work next. And they say, you know, your passport's expired according to our records, and you need a valid passport to get a visa and a work permit to come to Austria. And we're also having a baby. And there's all this bureaucracy that has to happen around having a baby. For example, we're not married. So in order to get a birth certificate, I have to go and get a declaration of paternity. And I can't do that without ID, and I don't have valid ID. So I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get a birth certificate when my son is born. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get a work visa to work in Austria. So I don't know if I'm learning music that I'll be legally allowed to perform. You know, of course, I hope everything works and it works out, but that's just how I feel today. You know, it is what it is. So all I can do is keep learning music. So it is Thursday evening, Thursday night, like 10 o'clock. I got an email yesterday, Wednesday morning, that said, we've granted you an emergency passport appointment in Frankfurt at 9:30 Friday morning. So that's your option. And I immediately booked a train and booked a hotel and did 2 interviews today, and then jumped in on the S-Bahn and went straight to the train station. And now I'm halfway there. I'm on a train platform in Göttingen right now, waiting for my connection. I'll get in after midnight, and I got my backpack packed. Short trip. And hopefully after tomorrow morning, after my appointment at 9:30, I will be able to go home with an emergency passport and then be able to do all the other stuff I need to do. Fingers crossed. Oh, here I am again on the road. So yeah, I got the US passport, the temporary passport that I needed. So then the game became all about checking daily to see when the Austrian consulate was going to reopen again after their lockdown. And last week, it finally happened. They opened up, they said, we will start having appointments next week. So I scrambled and made one as fast as I could. But in the process of doing that, I've discovered that I couldn't apply for an Austrian visa without my German visa, and they would only accept the actual thing, not a photocopy, which is all I had, because my German visa is still in my US passport, which is in the US right now, being renewed. So anyway, scrambling to get documents from different offices and different people, and then booking a last-minute trip to Munich, because in order to get an Austrian visa, I have to come to Munich to do fingerprints. So, I've been on a train all afternoon, just arrived in Munich. I have my appointment at 10 o'clock tomorrow. I'm still waiting for one document that will hopefully be emailed to me in the morning at 9 a.m. So, yeah, that's that. Well, I had my appointment. Seems like everything checked out. They took everything from me. They took my temporary passport, so now I'm back to having no ID, but I think I'll be okay because they said it should only take about a week, I think, before I can get it. They'll send it to me, so I think I'll be able to work in August. So now I guess I better go back to Berlin and get back to practicing.
Hi! He convinced me.
I'm not excited.
Day 4.
Sun, look how the sky is smiling. Has it ever been this blue? Up and down its silver lining. Has it ever looked so new? Sun, listen, the trees are growing. Do they even have a clue? All this time we spend on spending. Candles grow on trees too. Sun, look at this bird, it has been crying. A star in its eye, the world is shining. Sun, look down, the river's flowing. Hills have never rushed so true. All this time we spend on dreaming. Rivers, they have things to do. Sun, look at this bird, it has been crying. A star in its eyes, the world is shining. Look at this bird, it has been crying. Look at the world you're in. Take care of its song. Sun, you are the world, and we sing along. Sun, look at the sky, the bird is crying. A star in its eye, the world is shining. Look at this world, it has been crying. A star in the sky, the world is shining.
Stay well, stay safe.
A lot of our friends are leaving town because they're able to get back to the States to be with their families. So people are giving us gifts, and because of all of this pandemic stuff, we're not going to be able to have a proper baby shower. So a lot of people are giving us gifts now. So our friends Noel and Davia are leaving this weekend to go back to America, to Texas and California. So today they're giving us their gift. we're a little scared. We don't know what it is. They said bring the car. You're going to need it. So I don't know. I'm hoping for a pony. That's my. But we'll see in a minute. Okay. Oh god. Oh my god. What did you do? What is it? Oh my god! Oh my god, look at this. It's a trailer for the bike.
No. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is from Boulez and Tom.
Oh, thank you, Boulez and Tom. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the present.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It was a great idea that you planted for us in our brains when we were out on that walk.
See, I don't remember planning it on purpose. Were you just clever, or oh?
Noel was clever. Noel was clever. I just hopped on with his clever idea.
But you look so nice and I look so shitty. Is that okay? Oh man, I can't believe I'm actually about to make an unboxing video. What have I become? Let's do it. So we had our Zoom meeting last night, our first birthing class, and it was pretty interesting. It was fun. I think it's something that I needed for sure. Because what was interesting to me is it's funny when you're becoming a parent, you don't want to be the person who talks to all your friends about your parenting journey all the time. Your friends who don't have kids, who aren't having kids, you know?
Or aren't pregnant. Yeah.
And then if you don't want to just be the person who talks about it all the time, so you try to keep it to yourself. But then it was really cool for the first time to talk to other people.
So they're in the same situation.
Exactly.
And I feel the same. It was really nice talking to all these. I think it was like we were maybe a group of 8 couples.
But everybody was really warm and welcoming and open. Like
yes.
The way people were willing to just talk about anything. It was great. It made me really happy.
And I really liked the midwife.
She's fantastic. Yeah. A lot of that discussion opened up into, we started by talking about like what are the things that are positive about being pregnant, what are the things that are annoying or negative about being pregnant. And it opened up into a conversation with a lot of people talking about their home life right now during quarantine, during the pandemic.
Yeah, our situation is different from the other couple's situation because we were both at home all the time. None of us has to or can really work, but a lot of them were doing home office, or I think some of them even had to like physically go to work still. And they were just talking about the problem of like spending time together because the partner who has to work felt pressured sometimes because he felt that his partner was, was unhappy with the situation because she didn't get as much time as she would like, you know, and the partner was not ready after work to jump into like
couple time,
giving her all the attention that she needed, and yeah, but they all figured it out somehow. I mean,
well, that was what was cool about it, is that everybody was helping each other.
Yeah.
You know, like the other foreign couple that had a big question about how the German health system works, and instead of it being a lecture from the midwife, it was more let's help each other, and then
group conversation.
Yeah, it was a group conversation, and some couples with more experience with that could help them, and it was, I think that was what the midwife did that was particularly cool, was to direct it to as much of a group conversation and couples helping couples, rather than her just telling us all what to do.
Yeah, and she even said that she doesn't want this to be just her talking all the time, and you know, this being a lecture, but also like a, you know, a group thing. I also like that she started with asking us to write down all the questions that are important to us. I mean, we had difficulties coming up with questions. She'll probably like build the course on these like
on our needs.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's cool. It's very a group effort in learning together and learning from each other, in addition to learning from our teacher, and totally different people from different backgrounds and different experiences. You know, listening to the way some couples talk to each other, like it's just so different from the way we talk to each other, and it's good, of course, to be around that as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Hey honey, what are we doing today?
Well, we're packing our hospital bag today, and we've already laid out a couple of things. First of all, here's the bag, should be big enough. Toiletry bag with, you know, just the usual stuff. Maybe some massage oil.
Massage oil? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm giving you massages?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it.
Why do we need so much stuff? Like as far as PJs and clothes and things like that?
Well, because we'll be planning on staying longer. You know, we'll hopefully, ideally, we'll get a family room, and then a going home outfit, which is, in my case, I just picked, you know, a simple black dress, and then the going home outfit for the baby, of course. Here are a couple of options we don't know yet.
I think he'll be able to find something that works for him out of this list.
He'll be able to pick himself. We'll make him pick something. You convinced me to get a hand fan, which I like more and more. I like the idea more and more. You know, music. Oh yeah, snacks are very important, but we haven't bought any snacks yet to put in the hospital bags. But ideally, probably it's just going to be like, you know, nuts and protein bars and stuff like that. I'm assuming they have towels for us, but who knows?
But we brought towels and washcloths just in case.
Exactly. My Mutterpass.
Yeah, tell people about the Mutterpass.
Well, it has all the information about, you know, from the beginning of my pregnancy till the end, and has all the information that they need at the hospital, and about the baby and the mother. Yeah, that's, I think, a very important, or the most important document. In case we're married, you should bring your marriage certificate. Since we're not married, they want us to bring the what's called the Vaterschaftsanerkennung,
which is a declaration of paternity.
Yeah, but I doubt that we will have it at the due date, ready at the day, because you don't have a passport yet. But that's fine, we can get it later.
You had a doctor's appointment this week.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason that you are feeling the need to make sure this bag is packed today? Like it seems like you're suddenly getting in a hurry to pack a bag.
The doctor actually said it's already in a very good position. So my doctor's appointments are every other week now. And last time, like yesterday, I went in for it's called CTG, which means they scan or they monitor the baby's heartbeat and contractions. And I had two good schöne contractions. That's what she called it. Beautiful contractions. I didn't feel a thing. And then afterwards, it took like 20 minutes, and the heartbeat of the child was, also strong and good. And then the doctor came in and she said, well, it could be any day now. And that's why I'm sort of kind of in a hurry. And I feel like just physically, it feels like the baby is just working its way down more and more. It gets more, it's just, I feel heavy, or my belly feels heavier, and I feel more pressure, and just overall feeling that it might come earlier than expected.
Yeah, I mean, we're still more than 2 weeks away from the due date.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have a feeling.
And most importantly...
Oh!
Your socks!
My lucky socks!
Your lucky socks!
I have now worn those to 2 visa appointments that have been successful, and now I'm hoping they will help me through the birth. So they're in the bag for sure.
Help you and me.
And both of us, yeah. Anything else?
So I found this video on YouTube. It was like 10 things that your labor nurse wants you to pack for the hospital. And the one thing I really liked was that she said, pack something that makes you feel at home and like comfortable.
So what are you going to bring?
And I know exactly what I want to bring.
Uh-oh.
I'll bring Clara.
Yeah, she's gonna love it.
There you go.
All right, you ready? Or not? Bye.
Bye.
All right, so we're gonna get all this packed up and then we're ready to go.
Yep. We're ready. Whenever you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Casper.
You said it's time for us to add a branch in the family tree. And I said the world is just when you and me makes 3. When you and me makes 3.
Well, after everything, here I am back in a dressing room. It's our first dress rehearsal for Elektra and Klagenfurt. I'm so happy to be back at work. But now that we're off on this journey of being new parents, I just wanted to take a moment to look back at some of the things that came up while we were expecting our little boy. Of course, you know when you're going to have a kid, there are going to be new things to learn, but some things really catch you off guard. So I wanted to take a moment to look back at some of the surprises. For example, I knew I would have to buy a bunch of new stuff, but I didn't think about the boxes. All the cardboard. So much cardboard. I also had no idea that evidently I walk way too fast.
Can we slow down a little bit?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Can we slow down?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Slow down, speed racer.
Sorry. And due to toxoplasmosis, a pregnant woman cannot get anywhere near a cat litter box. So that meant that I had to take care of that every single day. "38 weeks of this every day. It's hard being a man." When Youjin told me she wanted to buy a new body pillow to help support her while she's sleeping while pregnant, I thought, oh, that's a great idea, but I had no idea that I was going to be completely replaced. So much so that we now refer to that body pillow as her boyfriend. I also had no idea that remembering to take prenatal vitamins is a two-person job. Did you take your pills?
Yep.
Have you taken your pills?
Yep.
Hey, have you taken your pills? Yes. Have you taken your pills? Have you taken your pills?
No.
Have you taken your pills?
Yes.
Yeah. Go. Let's see it. Oh man, there's just so many things to learn every day. Just when you think you've mastered one part of the process, then everything changes and you have something new. And I love every minute of it. I wouldn't change anything. I can't wait to see what's coming next. So as you saw previously, Casper was born a week early. And we were really grateful for that because that meant that I got to have an extra week at home before I had to leave for work. But now I'm on the road. I've been gone since Wednesday. This is Sunday. So I've been gone, 4 days. It's weird. It's really hard. We had this amazing bubble, just the three of us for a month. And but the bubble had to burst, of course. That's real life, and that's how it goes. And we're very lucky that we had that month. But being away is no fun. I thought, of course, there's a part of me that thought maybe, well, I get to be alone, I get to sleep, I get to have my time. And I thought that I would want that, but I have tons of time to sleep and do whatever I want, and I'm not enjoying it, and I don't want it. I don't want this time alone. I just want to be with them.
Not a very good day, or at least it wasn't a good start. Didn't get much sleep. I was really tired this morning and very grumpy, and I didn't feel like talking at all, and I didn't feel like taking this video, and talking about it. Just didn't feel like it, and it's better now. We took a nap together, just woke up, and now we're walking to my parents' place. He's calm and he's asleep again. It's just one of these days where I feel trapped and I feel like there's nothing else but him and me, and it's just hard. But something that I need to get used to. I feel like that's nothing, it's not unusual, you know, and it doesn't require any help from other people, you know. This is something I just have to deal with, and I have to accept that it's just a big job, you know, and it's okay to feel this way sometimes. It's okay to feel bad, and it'll get better for sure, I know. But yeah, it's just today was difficult.
I feel really bad too that I'm not there to help Youjin. Because yeah, it sucks. It's hard to do. It's hard to have a baby. It's hard to take care of a baby, and for the two of us doing it together, we were busy all the time. So I can't imagine how hard it must be for her. And she's doing an amazing job, of course, because she's an amazing person and she will always do an amazing job. But I can't imagine how it must feel to be alone doing this.
I just baked banana bread. It was tricky. It was a challenge, definitely. I had to pick him up a couple of times, feed him in between, and, you know, he just needs all my attention. I couldn't even wash myself. I have to brush my teeth, wash my face. I haven't done that yet. But I can't because he just needs all the attention all the time. You need all the attention all the time. And I can't blame you. But it's difficult sometimes, you know. I wish you would give me like 5 to 10 minutes to do my stuff. But you don't have any concept of time, or, you know, you don't care. You just want to be entertained and fed, that's all. And sleep. I mean, you could sleep, that would help. Huh? Whoa, look at you. Well, look at you. So strong.
If I'm having this much trouble leaving them for 5 days, the next 30 years are going to be hard. But hopefully we'll have as many opportunities to be together on the road as possible. But it's definitely, as many people told me it would be, it has been a reframing experience for sure. I used to think that what I do is so important. You know, going off and being an opera singer, it's changing the world. It's so great. It's such a big deal. And I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal in a different way. I still want to rehearse. I still want to work just as hard. But at the end of the day, all I want to do is hug my boy and hold him in my arms, and hug my partner and hold her in my arms. There's nothing more important. Well, here we are, going for a walk on the Kreuzbergl in Klagenfurt. The good news is our time apart ended up being shorter than we anticipated, because Youjin decided to come and join me here, and we've all four, because the cat came too, we've all four been together in Klagenfurt for the past 4 weeks. And it's been really wonderful. It's made a big difference.
Just the thought of like being alone with him the whole time was really scary. And I think it was because we had all this time together after he was born, and then just the thought of like suddenly being the only person having to take care of him just was very daunting. And I was really scared, and because he was so tiny and so fragile, you know. But even here in Klagenfurt, I mean, there are a lot of moments where I'm alone with him since you have to work, you know. But like, it's different because I know that you'll come home at some point, and then it's two of us taking care of him. And so yeah, that thought just helped. It really helped me get over my fear, I guess. But I think I'm really comfortable now, and I'm really confident about like being alone with him now, and even like for the future when you're gone for weeks and months and we can't come and visit you and or be with you for the whole period. And yeah, it's just helped me be more comfortable in the role as a mother. And yeah, I think I can do it.
I know you can. I know we can. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's like everything is so uncertain now. Nobody knows what the future is going to hold. But the one thing I know for sure is that we can definitely handle it together as a family.
Yep.
It's time for the Purple Robe Song Series, and it is day 10, and the theme is a song that makes you sad. It's weird because songs that make you sad can also make you nostalgic. It can make you wistful. It's a really interesting thing because you avoid things that make you sad, but you don't with sad music. And the song I chose is a song that touched me when I was a child, and that song is Baby Mine from Dumbo. As a child, I was growing up, I was overweight, and so I was mistreated a lot by children, by adults. You know, it was rough going. And when I went to the movies for the first time to see Dumbo with my mom, I was in the balcony and I immediately connected with this elephant that had big ears. I was 5 or 6. And I remember saying, that's me. You know, and then the moment came where he was all alone and his mother was in jail and he went to go visit her with tears coming down his eyes. And she sticks her trunk out and she puts him in her trunk and says, I got you. I see you. They may not see who you are, but they will. And immediately I was like, that's my mama. That's my granny. And it touched me, and it always has. I sang this song to my children as a lullaby. So I'm going to sing it for you today to remind those of us out there who may not been the most perfect for everybody else, that you have somebody out there that sees you. Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eye. Rest your head close to my heart, never to part, baby of mine. Little one, when you play, pay no heed what they say. Let your eyes sparkle and shine, never a tear, baby of mine. If they knew all about you, they'd end up loving you too. All those same people who scold you, what they'd give just for the right to hold you. From your head down to your toes, you're not much, goodness knows, but you're so precious to me, sweet as can be, baby of mine.
Confinement song number 1, dedicated to all the parents out there. Day 1, this is fun. There is cooking to be done. There is food for everyone. But it's still just day 1. I like this. Together, we are all in this together. Working all the time is over. This is everything and better. So why do you push me away? Why are you ignoring me? Why do you not want to play? Why are you grumpy with me? Day 1, I am done. All the cooking has been done. There is food for everyone. Feels like day 101. It's like this. Together, we are always together. Not a moment of linger. No wonder, no ponder order. So why do you push me away? Why are you ignoring me? So why do you not want to play? Why are you grumpy with me? Day 1, need some rest. My kingdom for some rest. I'll curl up in my little nest.